I'm gonna have to. Where's the mattress to this bed, Devin? Don't ask me that question. It's not here anymore. I no longer live on this mattress. I'm moving soon, and my girlfriend's parents already moved, and they took this mattress with them, so I stay in another room with another mattress. I'm not living on springs, okay? So don't be scared for little old Devin. Honestly, I'm gonna keep it a buck. I'm gonna keep it a bean, okay? It's been a long time since I've done a video, and that's because I don't want to sit here and talk about something that I don't care about. I've recently gone through some things as far as like hormones go, and honestly, I'm like, dog, I know there's got to be people out there that are going through the same thing that are not as strong-willed as I am. So let me, give them some words of advice real quick. So I'm gonna be talking about problems that can occur while you take testosterone, right? And this isn't so much like physical problems as much as it is problems that can happen as far as the pharmacy and the doctor's office goes. I'm gonna start from the beginning, okay? I'm gonna go through all the problems that I've had thus far on T. This is not, like I say, I'll put a fucking disclaimer out there because I do not want to be negative. I've skipped out on making a bunch of videos just because I don't want to be like a negative energy. I want to be positive. I want to bring the good vibes. Let me put a disclaimer out to say that this isn't to be negative. This is to give you guys advice on how to be your own advocate in a sense. The first problem that I encountered when I started testosterone was when I went to the pharmacy. Obviously they know I haven't changed my name yet, so obviously they know my legal name. So I'm not gonna say, this is hard to fucking do because I don't want to say my legal name. I just don't want to. That's gonna make me uncomfortable. People are like mean on the internet. They're gonna try to use it against me, and I don't really like flinch anymore when I hear it, but I'm not gonna put it out there myself because that's just fucking stupid. My legal name is a name that can be used. If it's pronounced one way, it could be for men. If it's pronounced another way, it could be for a woman. So, fuck. Let's just say, okay. So pretty much, what I did when I got to the pharmacy was they asked for my ID, they asked for your name and everything, and I said I pronounced my name the male way, obviously the male way, and the pharmacist guy who's there behind the register reads it in the female way, like pretty much looks at me and says it in the female way, and I'm like, no, it's blah blah blah, and he goes, oh, okay, blah blah blah, saying it in the female way. Fuck Devin. But you guys hopefully get what I'm saying. He pretty much heard one name come out of my mouth and repeated back a different name to me. The name coming out of my mouth was meant for a man. The name that he's saying back to me is meant for a woman. So it's pretty much like he's acknowledging, I'm getting testosterone. He's making me uncomfortable, and I literally corrected him, and he's literally being a dick. So I don't know if this relates to testosterone so much as like people dead naming you low-key on purpose, like low-key like a little bit like on purpose, but it's something you have to encounter, and honestly, it's gonna happen. It happens a lot since I haven't changed my name yet, and I really fucking need to get on that, but I'm just like, I'm a procrastinator when it comes to paperwork. Don't let that shit get you hot, because I feel like when people dead name you, they want to see you react, they want to see what they can get out of you, and like, that's their problem, that's not your problem, that's something they have going on with themselves, they need to work out, that's not your burden to carry, so just let it go. It sounds easier to say, but just let it go. Trust me, I can be a hothead, I can get pissed off and stuff, but I'm not gonna get pissed off for the small things, and at this point in my life, someone, saying a name like that is a small thing. So that's the first problem I encountered. So pharmacies can be dickheads. I don't know if it's just the pharmacy that I go to. They don't read properly. A lot of pharmaceutical work is reading. It's a lot of reading, and if they don't read properly, if they read too fast, if they misread anything, it makes a big fucking difference. I take subcutaneous injections. The difference, I'll lay it down for you real quick. Subcutaneous is to be injected into a fatty area. For me, it's my stomach. It's not that much. Yeah, it's a fatty area. People can do it on their butt cheeks, the top of it, just a fatty area. And another way to administer T is through an intramuscular area, which is most likely for most guys, their thighs, like the upper part of their thighs. And the needle difference for these two injections are vast. They're vast. So the needle size that I was initially using to inject myself was 28 gauge. The needle that I got refilled, like I went to the pharmacy, I got more needles refilled, and I bought them home, and I injected myself, and I was like, fuck, that hurt, and it literally never hurts. Like, if anything, it only burns a little bit when it goes inside, but it does not hurt. So It actually hurt this time and I was like weirded out, so I waited. I didn't think anything of it, but today was my shot day and I just read the label of the new syringes, the new needles that they gave me, and it's a 25 gauge. So that's a it's like 3 gauges thicker. If you know anything about needles, you know the larger the gauge, the smaller the needle. So going from 28 gauge to 25 gauge is a big fucking difference. Get hurt. I'm surprised my stomach is not actually bruised, because intramuscular, the needle is longer because it has to penetrate deeper. So you have skin, the dermis, you have fat, like the cutaneous layer of your body, and then you have muscle. So it goes skin, fat, muscle. The needle is thicker and longer so it can penetrate and get to the muscle. I'm going past my fat and into my muscle in my stomach. It's not meant to be. Fuck, like it just wasn't right. I called the pharmacy and I go, hey, like very professional white guy voice. You guys gave me the wrong. I go, how's it going? My name's Devin. I was accidentally given intramuscular needles when I actually administer subcutaneously, so I need this problem rectified. She goes, we need you to come to the pharmacy. I'm like, bet. Now you guys owe me $5 of gas money. Just kidding. I get to the pharmacy and this lady like wants to talk my face off. She ended up being helpful in the end, so let me not be a jerk, but at the beginning she was a little bit stubborn, a little bit set in her way that she hadn't made a mistake when in fact she did. And she's like, give me a second. She runs to the back and she talks to the other lady and they're like they sound like fucking Charlie's name, Snoopy characters. Who's Charlie Brown characters, okay? I'm like, it's really not that much to talk about. Like, you gave me the wrong needle size. I don't feel like dying. Give me the right needle size. Like, hey, I actually have the original wrapper from the size I'm actually supposed to have. I gave it to her. She runs back there. They're like, they fix it. She hands me the bag. And I'm like, thanks. I was low-key scared they were gonna try to get me to pay for the new needles. And I was gonna be pissed off because, bro, I need this problem rectified. Make sure that you're getting the correct needle size, make sure that you're getting the correct needle period. If you watched my video on how I administer my testosterone, how to do your T shot, you saw that I said I was having a bit of an issue with not having enough T left over for the end of my shot month. Like, they give you 4 weeks supply, that's a month, and on the 4th week I would have barely any testosterone to inject. And it's because when they teach you how to inject it, they say squirt out a little bit, right? So pause. When I was drawing up from the vial, I was pulling out more than my dose to overcompensate for the amount that I was going to squirt out. Articulate, okay, that makes sense. So when I was pulling out more out of the vial to overcompensate, obviously there's going to be less T in the vial. So what I do now is I pull out 0.2, my actual amount. I pull out 0.2 and then I squirt out just a dot, like literally a teeny tiny ass dot, just to make sure, and usually it comes out to be my correct dose. So don't overcompensate. I know we have to do the little dot at the top to make sure there's no bubbles, but do not feel the need to overcompensate too much, otherwise you will run out of T. I personally, thank the Lord, heaven, Jesus, have not come across this problem, but it's something that happens to other guys, is not having enough refills. And this is a very serious thing because it can lead to you missing a shot. By not having enough refills, this means, say your doctor gives you 3 months supply of refills of testosterone or whatever the case may be, and then you get to the 3rd month and you forget to set an appointment to get a new prescription. Don't play those games, don't wait. My biggest tip for that one is to literally mark it in your calendar. Okay, need to refill T. That's what I did, okay? Need to refill T, set up an appointment, go to the doctor's office, you know, get your blood drawn, all of that. Something did happen to me before where I had to go without T for 1 week, and this is a weird issue that I still have not rectified. To this day, I don't know how to fix this problem. I've spoken to my doctor about it, spoken to the pharmacy, spoken to a nurse, and nobody seems to have a solution to this issue. So it's like, whatever, I guess I'll just take this L. My refill date will oftentimes fall past my T date. I inject every Tuesday. Say I ran out from the 4 weeks I ran out and it's time for me to get a refill. Well, my refill sometimes will fall on a Friday. And if you know anything about T, you know if you take a lot of it, you're gonna feel fucking all over the place. So the first 2 months, I believe, I actually just said fuck it and I injected on Friday and then injected again on Tuesday. And bro, I did not know what was up with myself. It took me a second after the fact to realize what it was, but I was pissed off. I was just a little rage ball. I was mad at everything. Now what I do is if my refill day falls past my injection day, I would literally just have to skip that week, because I'm not going to inject myself on like a Friday or a Saturday and then inject myself again on a Tuesday. I'm going to turn into a piece of shit if I do that. It's like every other month I sort of have to go without tea for 1 week, just skip it. And obviously, like, that doesn't have that huge of an effect on my transition, I don't believe at all. But it's something that, it's like a little kink, it's like a little kink in the road or whatever, a little fork in the road. What the fuck? You get what I'm saying. Those are just some problems that I've encountered that I haven't really ever seen anybody talk about. Everybody talks about physical shit, stuff like that, but they don't talk about more so like the paperwork aspect, the pharmacy, the doctor's office aspect. So Devin the Don is gonna be the one to enlighten you, bro. I love you guys. That was the video, you guys. I swear to God, when I say I hope you found this helpful, I literally hope that you found this helpful. Like I always say, you should already know, Devin loves you, Devin's a Don, and Devin is out of here, boy.